You guys, look who it is. We're together.
Together.
Give me a high five. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Purse First. Who am I here with today?
Remember, this is the only podcast for the girls and gays who rap. I am Prince Pierre, also sick of these niggas.
And I am Sesali, also known as all of the big red flags that this nigga missed with them niggas.
That's why I'm sick of these niggas.
If you are listening to this on the day that it comes out, it is Halloween. And so we are in our costumes. And we just told you what the costumes are. And we look good. Well, I do. Pierre looks sick.
Happy spooky season.
He is. Happy spooky season. What's your favorite scary movie?
I was just about to say, are you a spooky girl?
I'm very much so. Am I a spooky girl when I just had to hold this nigga's hand walking through a haunted house 2 days ago?
I tell these y'all, Sesali took me to a show, right? She like, yeah, I want to take you on a date. Do you want to go to a show at 9:00? Now, keep in mind, Sesali knows I'm a theater nigga. Like, so when I hear show, I'm thinking we finna see Suddenly Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors or something.
Who is that? I know Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know no Seymour.
Seymour is the main character in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh. I know what it is. I never actually seen it.
But, you know, I'm thinking we finna see Wicked or some show. When you tell a theater kid we going to a show, you got to see a show. We get to some... First of all, she like meet me at the Beverly Center. The Beverly Center closes at 8. So she's telling me to meet her at the Beverly Center at 9. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just about to scoop her up. She like, no, come in the Beverly Center. Y'all, the Beverly Center is closed. Like, and it's some VIP shit at the top. On the, she like, come to the 8th floor. I'm like, oh my God, I am pledging. Come to the 8th floor.
You pledging. I thought it was romantic.
It was. I've been in LA for 11 years. I have never been in a closed mall.
You ain't never fucked with no real nigga.
I'm like, oh, this a big.
You ain't never fucked with no real nigga.
Y'all, we get to this show. It's a whole haunted experience. Like, it's a show, but before you make it to the show, before you make it to the seats, before you make it to the bartender and the waiter and the food and all this other shit, you got to go through an entire, like, haunted house. Like, haunted experience. Like, rooms and doors and all types of shit.
And Pierre,
baby, I did not sign up for that.
Pierre was lit. There was a point where I looked back. First of all, because he made me go first. And there was a point where I looked back.
Had to make my nigga go first.
And Pierre here.
This your day.
Pierre's face was in his I was the boy on the date, y'all.
Was definitely the boy.
I was the boy. And then I get in there and I'm immediately disrespected. It's this fine little buff nigga in there that's dressed up as a doctor. Oh, hey Pierre. I ain't like the way he said that shit.
Sesali said, excuse me, why are you speaking to my man?
How you know my man? How you know my nigga?
Said,
we on the date right now. Like,
and he was like, you need to ask him.
Then we get to the show. Then the show start. Some niggas at a whole nother table on a whole nother day turn around. Oh, that's Pierre.
Y'all, Sesali was all.
How all these niggas? What's your body count? How all these niggas know you?
Body count is.
How all these niggas know you?
I had no idea who them niggas was.
That's what his mouth.
I literally was like,
that's what his mouth say.
Y'all know I like to be incognito. Keep in mind, this was like probably the best, whatever it was called, show I have ever been. Like.
We have to give a shout out to Stones.
Shout out to Stones.
Who used to edit Purse First for like the first season, first 2 seasons. Stones is the singer for this show. So if y'all want to have y'all got a few more days. If you're in LA, go have a spooky good time. My bitch is blowing the house down. Yes. And it's like a good show. It's really
a variety show. What did we discuss? Cabaret.
It's a cabaret. There's a lot of aerial artists, pole dancers in the sky, like thongs.
Oh, I just had so much fun.
All of that. I'm glad you had fun, friend.
I'm like, oh, do I need dollars? I wanted to throw money. I'm used to bitches shaking ass.
And they had the type of little basic bitch food he liked too.
Just I was so happy. We eating sliders, nachos, pretzel bites. I just had a really, really good time.
I gotta leave these niggas alone that are used to shit. I really have to leave these niggas alone that is not used to shit. Y'all, if y'all like Purse First, if y'all like shows about the rap girls, if y'all like talking about the rap girls, if y'all like listening to the rap girls, make sure that you are telling people about the show, giving us 5-star ratings, writing reviews, sharing it with your friends because that's what we need to grow. Yes. But also, you can watch this on YouTube. You can actually see our costumes. You can see what Pierre looks like as tired of these niggas. And you can see what I look like as the big red flags that he missed fucking with them niggas. So with that being said,
let's get into the show.
It's gonna be just like a little cute little episode.
Y'all know I love the end of the month episodes because we basically just round shit up and just get to talking about whatever is up in the news. So we got a couple topics here today, starting with something we just recently talked about.
We have an update.
Yes.
We have an update. Y'all, we literally, and this never happened.
2 shows after we did.
This never, no, 1 show. It came out last week.
This was last.
We never have updates this soon. But right after we released the episode called The Doll Wars, where we were talking about the legacy of the girls having doll at the end of their name, Cash Doll went onto a podcast. It's the podcast with, I think it's called Act Normal. It's Des Dior, another female rapper, and her best friend Jada Waiter. They have a podcast, and Cash Doll was a guest on the show. I think they also were in their Halloween costumes. They dressed like the cheerleaders from Bring It On. But Cash actually shared that she is dropping the doll from her name. Her new mixtape or her new album is going to be called The Last Doll. And we was
okay.
Yeah, we was like, damn. But her rationale did make sense. Well, part of it did. We have thoughts. So
we have notes.
What she said was that she outgrew it. Okay. And I do think that is fair because obviously it's doll imagery. It gives, child's play, and I don't think that was necessarily Cash's brand. Cash is very much a grown-ass woman. But for those of y'all who don't know, Cash recently just had a baby girl named Clarity, and she also revealed on the show that her daughter's middle name is Doll. So her baby's name is Clarity Doll, and she says she feels like she has passed the legacy kind of down to her daughter.
Okay.
Pierre thinks the name is ghetto. Pierre thinks that Clarity Doll is a ghetto name. And
now I love Clarity, but Clarity Doll.
She might have two middle names.
Clarity Doll, Aisha. You know they be.
You don't know if that girl's middle name is Aisha. Don't do her. Don't do Clarity.
There's a Cash Doll stay in the cat. Shout out to the last doll. Cash Doll. But I like Cash better.
I like Cash. No, I think
Cash the rapper.
No, we don't need to do that. Cash is just fine. Cash is just fine. Okay, so speaking of Halloween, we had another cute costume that came early this year. Was also red. Caresha recreated one of Oprah's iconic looks with the red suit and the big hair. She even did all of that shit for her interview with Mariah the Scientist. And I was happy that she called herself the Hood Oprah because remember she went viral at first because she said she was the Black Oprah.
It was like, baby, Oprah is
baby,
black.
Oprah is black. You're not the So she went as the Hood Oprah. And she had to have a suit. It was like snatched to her little body. Caresha body tea.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
One bad bitch.
Caresha is a bad bitch. She looks so good. Don't ask me what nobody talked about in the interview because I didn't watch it. I'm not really a Mariah Sciences fan. No tea, no shade. All I know about Mariah Sciences is, Daddy, am I your baby?
I don't know that. That's you scaring
Remember
me.
When I want to be when Megan
Spice
be like,
Girl?
no, I want to be when Megan be like, hey, the nigga trying to tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy. I'm not your baby. And remember, she said it in a very specific way.
She was talking about Mariah.
She was talking, because it was beefing? Like, no, but it was just like a viral moment.
Such a bar. They beefing.
It was just a viral moment online because basically one of her visits to so Mariah Sciences is Thugger's girlfriend. So she went to go see him in jail and they leaked like they jail
Sesali,
visit.
don't tell me no shit like
they
that.
They leaked the jail.
And this was her for real talking to him saying
she's between the glass on the phone with her nigga in jail.
Was he masturbating?
He said, no, she was like, Daddy. He said, yeah, am I your baby? I guess that's how they talk to each other.
Sweetie went back to her old. Sweetie went back.
They said that's how you be talking to your hoes.
That my niggas ain't in jail. If my niggas was in jail, we would be talking totally different. My niggas ain't in jail.
How you talk to niggas in jail?
If we pillow talking yes, I will be asking niggas whatever I want to ask them, but that's creepy. And how did this audio get leaked?
Oh, in the video too. Like, we see it.
That's what I'm saying. If is he masturbating? Like,
no, it's like other niggas in there. Like, they just.
I'm saying, were you able to see his hand? Because in jail.
Pierre, stop asking that. He was not masturbating.
Because I'm only asking you because that's the thing, right?
Yes, I know that niggas in jail masturbate.
No, I'm saying they sneak
and do it
while doing they. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Was she making this nigga butt?
I do this show with the most ghetto nigga on earth. I do this show with the most ghetto nigga on earth. Why?
Because I just don't see how you would go to
triple back 3 times to clarify that the nigga wasn't masturbating. Like, what's wrong with you?
Because I do not understand how a real human being will go into these people's prison. Like, he ain't called you this whole month to let you know that you his baby. You get to this prison, you finally get to the visit, and you say, "Daddy, am I your baby?"
I think that there was like during their downtime, they probably had already gone over the updates.
Mad Day.
It just, yeah. Okay. Oh, also, Pierre had to tell me what Mad Day was. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that was a thing.
I made that with a girl yesterday.
Okay, sweetie. First, but I literally just saw that before, and I thought maybe it was like an AI fake tweet or something. Because first of all, are you okay?
That's what somebody else said.
Because also the way you described it, yeah, like, baby, she didn't ask for consent to do that.
I know. She was drunk and I wasn't. And I'm like, okay, I am okay. It was cool.
What?
She wasn't even a bad bitch. That's what's... Oh, well, she don't know me. I was saying she listened.
Pierre.
It'll be a difference. Like, I see bad bitches in so like Megan Thee Stallion.
So she wasn't a bad bitch. She came up, grabbed your private parts, and then you still made out with her?
Yep. And she put her number in my phone.
This is how I can tell y'all 100% that dating men is a mental illness. Because do y'all hear how this nigga just sat here and said, "I'm so gay, she wasn't even no bad bitch," and said, "Yeah, I still was kissing her." Are you okay?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay.
I almost want to cut this out the podcast. I don't know if this is appropriate. Yes.
I was okay. It was good. It wasn't good. I'm saying I was good.
Okay.
And we were having fun. You know how to gay. Keep in mind, this is in West Hollywood. Everybody gay. Come to find out, everybody gay. But she not. That's why straight people need to stay up out of gay spaces. But come on.
So, Sweetie returned to her alma mater, San Diego State University, to perform with the Majorettes. When she went to San Diego State, she was a Majorette. And she was like the little leader, the person who do the little shit first, and then they follow you and do the little shit after you. The cat, yeah, she was the captain. And she was eating too. She looked good in her little outfit.
And her little element. And she would go to a school like San Diego State University.
She from California. Like, all of these Cali bitches be weird. I'm not going to hold you. No tea, no shade.
Where's Amber from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
that's a Midwest bitch.
I love Amber.
Shout out to Amber Abundance.
Who do I know from California?
Exactly, you don't, because they don't be real bitches and you don't be fucking with them like that. You don't know no bitches from California. That's the point. That's the point we're making. Now, speaking of Sweetie up at the homecoming, she I feel like the rap girls have like took over like the HBCU homecoming season. I saw Flo Milli, I think, at A&T. I saw Lotto at some schools. Glorilla was at some schools. Like, shout out to the rap girls being in a HBCU bag. And I don't know, it's interesting because the girls, I guess we about to talk about this because we about to talk about Megan releasing Act 2 of the Megan album, I guess. But a lot that's been coming up is just around like the rap girls being popular and being booked but not selling music.
Wow.
And that is just like such an interesting phenomenon. But I will say this, I do think it's a little bit of gaslighting because, no tea, no shade, the entire music industry right now is like in shambles because people are not buying music. Like, if you maybe just look at one artist, right, and just compare their album sales from this era between like what they were capable of doing in eras prior, you will see that across the board, there is a drop.
A huge drop.
Like nobody is, and I feel like what's happening is that female rappers are being gaslit on like some y'all bitches not selling, but it's like, no, it's because they out in a moment where the music industry is shitty. So like, of course, the girls who are lowest on the totem pole in terms of just like popular music, we are going to see that their sales look low. And then of course we want to compare everybody to bitches who've been doing this for 10, 20 years when the industry wasn't like that.
I never thought of that.
I'm sure you didn't.
I mean,
because you be the main one comparing.
No.
Because you be the main one comparing.
I do not compare people's new sales to Nicki's old sales. I do compare people's new sales to Nicki's new sales.
But you can't do that because Nicki has a 10-year head start with fan base and all of that.
Yeah. But they should think about that when they go against.
Girl, don't nobody be okay, we don't.
I'm just saying, like, don't be trying to say she washed up and all this other stuff, and then when she released it looked like you the one washed up. Don't try to call her old and she needs to retire, but her 10th album sells more than your first album.
It's not her 10th album.
6.
Megan Thee Stallion. And I hate that this is the segue. Megan Thee Stallion dropped Act 2 of Megan, which we need to talk about because first and foremost, I don't give a fuck what y'all want to call it.
As soon as go ahead, Sesali.
Purse first got a shout out, okay, on the motherfucking Act 2. I need everybody to go listen to rule number 1 and tell me what she said exactly.
Y'all,
okay.
As soon as the album releases, y'all know at the end of the show, we always say I'm a Twitter girl. As soon as the album releases, people tweet me. And they actually tweeted Cecily and they included me in the tweet. They like, hey, at Bad Fat Black Girl, did you hear this shout out from Megan? She shouted you and at Prince Charming P out.
And I still ain't been on Twitter to look. Let me go.
So I'm like, what the hell is they talking about? So I went to listen to the rule number 1 or whatever, and I heard Purse first and Ass last. So I'm like, oh, child, get on the internet. Cecily done already made a TikTok reel in her good wig too. I said, oh, okay.
So I don't be on Twitter, so I didn't see it, but I was out with my friends. No, we was at the show.
Oh, that was your first time?
We was at the show, yeah. And I was getting text messages all day. Like, you gotta listen to Purse first got a dope shout out. Purse first got a dope shout out. Yeah, because Pierre don't have no real friends, so they don't text and stuff. You get all his news from social media. My friends was texting me directly.
That's crazy.
I was getting text messages, and I was like, "Oh, I got to go listen to the tape."
My friends text me too. They said, "I know Cecily going crazy." I said, "She already made a TikTok."
I sure was. I sure was going crazy. I made an Instagram reel, not TikTok. I ain't been on TikTok. But let's talk about the new songs that she added. First of all, Pierre and I were both a little apprehensive because y'all know that we have been saying that we want Meg to take. Okay, you don't have to be that dramatic about it, but we want Meg to take like a little 3-year hiatus just to give us time to like sit with her discography, really let the music, process, sit with us, enjoy it for what it is, give us time to miss her and be really excited for what she drops next, give her some time to get, inspired, things like that. So when we first found out that she was what Pierre texted me when she first announced that Act 2 was coming was, what you say? She didn't even let us learn the words.
She didn't even let us learn the words to the first album. Literally.
Pierre thought she was releasing a whole nother album.
I did.
But to clarify, this is not a separate album. This is basically a deluxe version of Megan. And she just gave it a completely different cover, which some people don't like the cover. I personally love the new cover.
I got friends who work in the industry who do, what is it called?
Graphic design.
They redid it and everything.
Yeah, I love the cover. But anyway, so she basically drops, I think it's 8 new songs. Let me get the track list up.
I think it's like 13.
And I'm not going to hold you. Some of those songs should have been in Act 1. Meg
went back to Tina Snow days. Do you
some of those songs. Okay, let's get into this track list because, and can I just say, I'm so happy that she put the He Think I Love Him freestyle, the one over the Gucci Mane beat. Oh,
Oh, the song with Flo Milli.
Oh yes. I'm so okay.
Flo Milli, you need to come on this show. I love you, Flo Milli.
No,
I love you. Like, I want to marry you.
Okay, so I have the Act 2 up, and basically, it picks up with Bigger in Texas. That is the single that she. Megan Thee Stallion is so motherfucking fine.
I knew she was going to.
Did you see her in that green outfit?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Giving
my
Beyonce.
God. Oh my God. A gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I'm so sorry. Like,
I will drink her beer for her.
Baby, that is that she really is just like a big fan bitch. Like, it's like looking at the sun directly. It hurts my eyes sometimes to look at the lady. Like, she's so pretty. Anyway, okay, so it starts Bigger in Texas. That's the single that she kind of leads to promote the second drop, which there is something really interesting that happens with Megan Thee Stallion for me personally, where the songs that she be picking, that she think is popping and should be the lead single, I don't be thinking it should be the lead single.
I can see that. But I guess she likes. Wait, so you saying you don't think Bigger in Texas should be the
I don't think that Bigger in Texas should have been the lead single. I think Number One Rule should have been the number one single, or
you're gonna hate my comment. Them two songs sound just.
They absolutely do not. That Bigger in Texas song sound like one of them Texas songs. You might be thinking of Bourbon.
Rule number one sound just like. Well, maybe it's because this is not shade towards Megan.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
Yes,
I'm not gonna say it
because it's shade. Because it's shade. Just it's on. You can say it, but just don't say it's not shade because it's shade.
Okay, so it's shade, but it's not. It's not like I don't care. Like she has the same flow, so a lot of. See, that's why I don't want it to be looked as shade because that's not shade. She can have the same flow. These niggas got the same flow, but some of the songs. When it's rapped over them Texas beats and it's the same flow, they get jumbled they get mixed and mumbled in our mind, and they just end up sounding like the same song.
Megan Thee Stallion definitely has a certain sound that she.
But what I love about hold on, I'm sorry, she did say in this album.
LaFleur, you see what the fuck he just did?
No, listen, she did say in this album, like killing shit with the same flow or some shit like I'm getting rich with the same one flow. Some shit. So I was like, okay, bitch, talk your shit with your little one flow.
It's definitely not one flow. Well, because I'm like, if you listen to Megan's freestyles, like it don't be the same. Like she will switch flows even in a freestyle like that. He Think I Love Him, which I was so happy. I'm just so happy she put that on there. But like I do not feel like Megan has the same flow. But okay, let's talk about the songs that we think should have went on the Act 1 and could have replaced some of these songs.
So Flo Milli song.
Flo Milli song, yes. Now the Flo Milli song that we are talking about is Rock Steady, which that seems like a song that you would like. I think I like it because Flo Milli is on it. I don't think I would like it as much as a Megan song. But yes, I would put that on there and I would have replaced Figueroa with Figueroa. I still don't know what she's talking about. Did we ever find out what she was talking about was giving Figueroa? Row.
Oh, I hate that.
I feel like Meg was on lean when she made that song. You think she was leaning?
Our lawyers are gonna be
because I was like that. What were you talking about?
Our lawyers. Like,
okay, I would have replaced Figueroa and definitely put Rocksteady on there. I would have put Bigger in Texas, could have replaced no, I like accent. Thicker than my accent. No, and I like Paper Together. Okay. I personally did not like Spin with Victoria Monet. It was fine. I don't find myself going back to it in a way that I thought I would. I think people just
I'm looking at all this. I like the whole Act 2 better than
Miami
Act 1.
Blue. I like the whole Act 2. You know, already I would have got rid of Worthy. You know, I can't stand Worthy. Skip immediately. So I even would have replaced fell in love with work. Like if she wanted to have a soft song, she could have did the Fell in Love. Because I'm like, okay, I like a little story time about how I used to be a dumb bitch, but I'm not no more. Motion could have replaced, or I'm sorry, not Motion. What is the right now? I mean, could have replaced Miami Blue. I hate Miami Blue. Yeah, maybe we just like the second better.
I'm looking at all this shit. I'm like,
but like his, I wanted to stay. I like Boa. I wanted that to stay. You don't like Boa. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Anything where she talking shit about only Katanya Mirage. That's what it is. You like Cobra too, don't you?
Oh, Cobra is such a sad song. I can't go back and listen to it, but like I do like it though whenever I hear it. But it's just so sad. It's so sad. She was going through a lot. She cried when she performed that at Madison Square Garden. It was like, yeah.
And also, girl, you gonna drop this album? Is she done with tour? This the shit I want to hear on your tour, girl.
Yeah, because I still want to beat your ass, Meg, for dropping the album in the middle of the tour in the first place. So, like, the album wasn't even out when I went to go see her. Yeah, the album hadn't. Remember, she dropped Megan in the middle of the tour. She was performing. She had already dropped a lot of the singles, so she had dropped his. She had dropped.
Sesali, she wasn't performing this shit.
No, it was the Hot Girl Summer Tour. That's why it wasn't like the Megan tour. You're right. Yeah, she dropped the album like in the middle of the fucking tour. I was pissed.
Megan.
So yeah, like. So is you finna do a leg too or what?
Yeah, you need to.
What's T?
I would show up to your tour if you do Act 2.
Barbs, y'all heard them.
And Barbs, I really, really enjoyed Act 2.
It was good.
It was really, really good.
This
Glorilla still has me in a chokehold.
Well, speaking of Glorilla,
we
have to talk about this.
I ain't want to talk about
So y'all know we did the Glorilla. We reviewed Glorilla's album 2 weeks ago when it dropped. Obviously, we're so happy for Glow. Glorilla had an amazing debut. And Glorilla's album officially, I think, outsold Megan's album that she dropped this year by I think like 2,000 units first week sales. And it's an interesting conversation to have about what is happening right now with the sales. Wait, I'm getting confused because I can't remember shit we talked about before we was recording. What we talked about since we've been recording. Did we already mention that the music industry is in shambles and that's why people not selling?
Damn.
Oh, thank you, child.
Okay. But we did. We did. Did we say it on here or were we just kicking it?
We said it. We said it on here when we was talking about the girls at homecoming. Okay, going back to what we talked about earlier.
Because Sesali and I talk so much all the time. We never know.
House for hours at this point.
We never know if we was telling y'all this or we was kicking it.
We don't know. So, basically, and it's just an interesting case study to look at because Megan has so much commercial success. Like, Megan Thee Stallion, like if you put a picture of Megan Thee Stallion and a picture of Glorilla in front of all of America, more people will recognize Megan Thee Stallion than they would Glorilla. I think Megan's image is just a little bit more. She has more endorsements. Like she has all of these partnerships. She has all of these followers. But there's something about, but Megan's music is not necessarily selling in the same way. Now, we have obviously shared our thoughts on Megan's music and what we think is kind of like missing from it right now, where we don't feel like Megan's actual personality is being poured into the music and vice versa in the same way. Whereas Glorilla is doing like really, really authentic storytelling. And I think Glorilla is a little bit more appealing to men as well as women, right?
Wow, that plays a major part.
I think that does play a big part in it. But on the flip side, somebody like Sexy Red, who the niggas love, also is not selling as much as Glorilla, nor is Ice Spice. So I think, here's what I will say. I think that people have to be authentic to the music that people want to hear. I heard somebody else say, I think it might have been Zach Campbell. Y'all know I always be watching Zach videos. on YouTube. And I think Zach, one thing that Zach was exploring, and I personally think that Zach does not like Megan Thee Stallion and feels like he just can't say it. He always be trying to act like he a hottie, but I just don't think you like her. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He was saying that he thinks that Megan tried to go international, or not tried, that Megan is intentionally kind of targeting a more international audience. And it's happening at the detriment of her sound because she's trying to make music that is a little bit more universal. And I do have to agree with that. You know, they say that in marketing and sales and all of that, you are supposed to find your audience and hone in on that audience. You're not supposed to appeal to this big, broad group of people. That
especially when you're trying to build your audience.
Especially when you're still building an audience. You literally, you find your target audience, you find out who they are, what they want, and you give them more of what they want.
And you let them spread it out. You let them tell their friends in Tokyo, Konnichiwa and all that. Is that the right word? It's not. Konnichiwa is in Tokyo. That's why I went to the Chicago public school, y'all.
You're gonna get us canceled.
Her song don't say Konnichiwa this time.
Watashi wa
sa.
Okay.
And keep in mind, we left this part out. The reason this is a conversation in the beginning is not just Glorilla outsold Meg. Yeah. Glorilla is the, what do you call it?
She was opening.
She's the opener
for Megan Thee Stallion.
For Megan Thee Stallion's tour. Meg is the headliner, the big artist. And Glorilla is like y'all see my little friend? No.
It was not. You see my little. You see how this how rumors get started. I promise you, the messiest bitch you know is a nigga every time, because you just added all of that in there. It was not giving that.
I stopped myself, but no, Glorilla was the opener for Megan's huge tour, and it. You know, a lot of people was like, we now live in the world where the opener is outselling the. And keep in mind, when we say outselling, we ain't talking about Nicki Minaj numbers versus Lotto numbers. Like Sesali said, this is 2,000 units. This is
it wasn't a big.
She didn't blow her out.
And I also think, to their credit, I also think that that's a testament to I feel like they really have handled their friendship like a partnership.
I think Megan plays a huge part in Glorilla's success.
White literally, quite literally. Like, so it's not a this or that, a here nor there. But I think when we're looking at the fact that, like, your opener, right? Because we just haven't seen that where, like, two people on tour are even close to, like, exactly. Bia's numbers are not even anywhere close to Nicki's numbers. Lizzo was on Lizzo had Lotto opening up for her. Like, Lotto's numbers are nowhere close to Lizzo's. You know, that's just what it looks like. And what we see is that in this particular case, it's like they were neck and neck, and like.
But how do you continue to tour? Because a bitch like me.
Well, I think the tour is done. I think Hot Girl Summer tour is done.
Oh, a bitch like me.
I think the Hot Girl Summer tour.
I think you should go first now.
And this is why I said Pierre don't have no friends. Okay, we're going to ask last. We said we wanted to keep this a short episode.
I think you should go first today. Cause bitch. Okay, y'all, let's go.
But one of the cute things about the tour was that Megan actually did come out at the end of Glow's set to do a song together, and then Meg started like her part. So it wasn't, like it really was. I really do feel, I honestly can say that. So like when we bring this up, know that it's not like who's the competition, whatever type shit. But like it is an interesting case study on also like what you bitches can do when y'all really actually partner up. Like I do think that people like the rap girls together in like a real natural way. Like the fact that the way they have collaborated on multiple songs together, you know what the energy is? And I hate to say this nigga's name on the show, but the energy of Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion, it's like the energy that we hoped for and that we really were kind of tapped into at the very beginning when Megan was making a lot of songs with the baby. They just had a certain chemistry together when they made music. And I was like, I would have loved a mixtape with just full of the baby and Megan Thee Stallion. Now it's fuck that nigga. But I feel like we feel that way about Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion. And that's not unheard of. It's like Gucci and Waka Flocka or now Pierre.
I can see girls.
I do not think that they are fucking.
Girls are more fun than boys, and girls just do shit.
I don't know if I believe that to be true. I think niggas just be doing shit.
You don't think girls just do shit?
No.
Girls will lick each other.
Y'all be Durbin in the club bathroom. Kneeling on other people's pee on the floor. Oh. Sloppy toppy. Disgusting. Don't, please.
Y'all, let's go to ass last.
Let's go. Yeah, ass purse first. Oh my God. You are, I don't know what happened to you with this Halloween party, but you are in here in rare form today.
Let's go to ass last.
So ass last is just going to be quick. This ain't even really no tea, but Pierre.
It's tea to me because goddamn it, I just found out.
Pierre is personally offended.
I'm so
that
offended.
He did not know that Trina was married. Trina, if you are watching this, before we go to ask last, Pierre is personally offended that he did not know.
Y'all, one of my closest friends just wrote the memoir to Trina book, and I still didn't know Trina was married. Do she talk about the marriage in the book? Oh.
Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in to another episode of Purse First. Happy Halloween. Show us y'all Halloween costumes. Oh,
yes. Especially if you went as a rap girl or gay.
Please send us your costumes. And then... make sure that y'all are following us on the social medias. I am at Bad Fat Black Girl everywhere. Pierre is Prince Charming P. Follow the show at Purse First Show. And yeah, we'll holla.
Purse First is supported by Critical Minded, an initiative to invest in culture critics of color, co-founded by the Nathan Cummins Foundation and the Ford Foundation. If y'all were HBCU, y'all would have the best homecoming.
Period and wood.